I've never been this confident before. I do think it's something that it's well earned.
So I thought this would be cool to talk about what it's been like having locks, letting my hair freeform, and also just kind of, I guess, going against the stigmas and the adversity that comes with having them in this industry. As you can see right here, this is behind the scenes, very raw, straight up footage, no edits of me shooting a beauty campaign, a hair campaign for one of my clients. Maybe I'll edit in the updates on this one, but a few of you might know what this is from. This is from my Bloom campaign, Bloom Labs. We did a campaign, I think it was a year ago, and I also was published on their website. I did some video assets for them and some photo assets for them, and they both made it to the page. I mean, they both made it to the page, obviously, but they made it to their website. Now, they have updated it a little bit, so I'll have to go back on there and try to see how it looks now. But I think the last time that we visited, we still have a picture there, but it's kind of like at the end of the product. I don't really think that makes sense, but you know, when you go online, you look at images of something and you can like go left and right on different images. I have an image in that section. At first, it was like the face of the page. It was the whole face of the product, but they've updated it since then. So I still have a published image on their page. I'm sure the video is still there too. Not the page, on the website. But yeah, so you can also look for these videos on my YouTube if you type in Bloom Labs, because I've posted videos reacting to that, talking about it. You can also look at the official video if you want. Look at me actually smiling for a change right here. But yeah, so this is just behind the scenes, and some of the images that you're seeing right here, damn, my camera's about to die. Some of them made the cut, some of them didn't. Anybody that is in photography or works with, you know, some sort of photo venture understands exactly what I mean. If you don't know what that means, it means that we always shoot more than is required, right? It looks like the video is coming up to an end, so fuck it. Let's just loop it again. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the diversity and adversity that kind of comes with having your hair like this in the industry. And some people may completely disagree with me. Some people may even say that I'm bullshitting, but I promise that I'm not. And it might be something that I've dealt with more because I came up off of doing a lot of curly hair work. I came up off of doing a lot of curly hair projects and working with a lot of curly hair brands. My first brand deal was a curly hair brand. It was actually Curl Days. They were my first sponsor ever. So shout out to Curl Days. If you know about Curl Days, use my link at a discount, you know. But I made so much money off my curly hair. I think that whenever I finally decided to let my hair lock up, it was kind of like taboo. So I dealt with a lot of adversity, even from my own mom. I'm not here to bash my mom, but obviously, you know, when I went to go visit her one day, and my hair was forming, like you could tell I hadn't brushed it in a while, but it was still kind of curly. You know, she asked me, "When's the last time you brushed your hair?" And you know, I was being funny. I was like, "Huh?" You know, just fucking around. But obviously in my field, it wasn't something that people expected. It wasn't something that people would have encouraged me to do. And it wasn't something that I think most people would have wanted me to do, considering the fact that in this business, your image is your branding, your image is what pays you. And so for me, I had created so many opportunities for myself off of that look and that image and off of my curly hair that whenever I switched it up, a lot of people didn't think I'd be booked. You know, a lot of people, they didn't think that I would get work. And they thought that my clients would go downhill. And I'm going to be honest, the last couple of years of me having my hair like this, I have never been booked so much. Now, whether that is just me still being marketable, my presence, my energy, whatever you want to call it, we've worked with so many high-end clients while having Locs that we're just shitting on the business. We're shitting on the industry, literally. Let me run the clip back again. I don't really want to feel rushed here. And yeah, so I mean, we just partnered with Marvel Games. I think a lot of people have been seeing my Timberland campaigns. We have a lot more stuff coming out with Timberland as well. A new series I'm working on. It's gonna be so fucking fire. But I just want to say, you can use me as an example. You can break the stigmas. You can break the rules. You don't have to follow the code or the whatever the fuck they want to call it. And you can still be very successful in this business having a different hairstyle. You can still be successful in this business with locks. Now, obviously, it might be easier to have a traditional style, but I'm not a traditional style. I'm not a traditional type of guy. So I do whatever the fuck I want. And clearly, I still have been able to, because it has not slowed down my bookings at all whatsoever. Nothing changed. If anything, we've actually skyrocketed. But I will say, because I'm not going to just lead you into the oblivion, I will say that if you are signed to an agency, then that's a different conversation. Because I'm independent. I've stayed independent. I've been signed before, etc. This is stuff that I talk about all the time. Check out my Expose the Industry series on YouTube. You can learn a little bit more. But I talk about this shit all the time. If you're signed to an agency, it's a bit different. There's certain things you can't say. There's certain things you can't do. There's certain things that you can't do to alter your presence, because they've specifically signed you and get you booked off of your present image. That's why you have to submit updated digitals every so often. You have to always, sometimes they or the client wants a day of shot. So I will say that changing your hair or any sort of anything that's going to alter your appearance while you're assigned talent is going to be a lot harder, because they specifically signed you for that specific look. If you're independent, you can do what you want, but I hope that you still have a network set up. I hope you have clients, and I hope that you understand how to still market yourself through the business, because some things can change. And obviously, I've lost out on certain bags, or I've lost out on certain opportunities because of my hair. I can't say that I haven't, obviously. And one of those things being curly hair campaigns and whatever the deal is. I just had my brother shoot one for me the other day. I set him up, recorded, told him what to do. I had him shoot something for a curly hair brand the other day. So shout out to my bro, because I still know what it takes. I can still do it. I just don't have the hair. So, But yeah, don't feel discouraged about switching your appearance or switching your hair type, especially in the creative field, because we have that urge to do it. I mean, hell, while we're here, I'm planning on letting the locks go this year. Now, that's not what this video is about, but I just want to encourage you and show you in real time. I mean, look, this footage is literally me in my room shooting, editing, and filming a published hair assets. I mean, look, I'm showing you in real time. So this is the stuff that most people did not think that I would be able to do. This is stuff that a lot of people didn't believe in. And they try to tell me that I wasn't going to get booked. They try to tell me I was going to get less work. Some people try to tell me that I wouldn't even be able to do the same shit in the field. Now, obviously, what I do is bigger than modeling. I do so much more than just modeling. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, this stuff has paid my bills for years now, so I gotta stick to it, but there's so many other things that I do. If you do enough research on me, you'll be able to see that, in film and music and just production and everything else. I'm very much obsessed with it. Modeling wasn't really something that was part of the plan, but it happened, and I rode the wave, and it's created and opened so many opportunities and doors for me, and I'm very appreciative to have became a model, because modeling, it literally changed my life. And, when something like that means that much to you, of course you can kind of question yourself sometimes when the world is kind of yeah, you're not going to be able to do this and do that, but I'm here showing you that you still can.
I've never been this confident before. I do think it's something that it's well earned. I've overcome many different obstacles, especially as of lately. I know what I'm here for. I know what I want to bring to my art and my work. And I understand what I want to bring to the industry. This body of work, it's a lot different compared to everything else. Not because there's emotion. I think that I've always had emotion in this side of me, in music, film. But I think what makes this different from everything else and why this body of work feels so much different is because of the title. And it's something very real. Survivor's guilt is unlike anything that I've ever felt before. There's many different times that I should have lost my life and I didn't. But of course, growing up and going through certain things that I've experienced over, the last year or two, nothing has been as close to experiencing what survivor's guilt actually feels like until as of lately. It's something that I've been familiar with, but it wasn't something that I could define until now. This is peak survivor's guilt. And it's something that I've been carrying. It's something that this is the title of this chapter in my life. Someone asked me if you could title this chapter in your life, what would it be called? Survivor's guilt is all that I said. If you can relate to anything that I've said through this body of work, you might have it too. I'm really happy that I've been able to overcome a lot of different things and adversity. But I don't know if survivor's guilt is something that you ever overcome. I taught myself before I had to learn.